21 March marks one of the darkest days in the history of South Africa, when 69 people were killed by the apartheid police. Today, it is known as Human Rights Day, and we commemorate the memory of those who have fallen. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Nur the Light. Advocate Ameermia is one of 7 commissioners appointed by the President who serve on the Human Rights Commission. We spent some time with him to learn more about the work they do.
The South African Human Rights Commission is instrumental in protecting and safeguarding the human rights of all South Africans, proactively rectifying any violations brought before it by way of investigations and public hearings. The Commission advocates awareness on human rights issues and ensuring the public is educated on what their human rights are. The Human Rights Commission is governed by 7 commissioners appointed by the President and assigned to specific provinces and areas of focus specified in the Bill of Rights.
The role of a commissioner and the Human Rights Commission is basically to champion human rights on behalf of the nation, to protect, promote and advance human rights. And when there are violations, we must nip it in the bud. That's the long and the short of the role of a Human Rights Commission. Obviously, it's a constitutional appointment. You're appointed by Parliament by the President for a period of 7 years, in which time you have national mandates. In my case, I have a national mandate on access to justice and the right to housing. And I have oversight over 2 provinces, which is the Northwest Province and the Free State Province. We are saying that the Human Rights Commission is a vanguard and a watchdog of championing human rights and advancing human rights in this country. If we fail in that duty, obviously we'll fail the nation.
On the 2nd of February 2014, Advocate Mohammed Shafi Ameermia was appointed to the Commission by President Jacob Zuma for a 7-year term. His experience in the public sphere on legal and socio-economic issues stood him in good stead to take on the vital role.
His portfolio area is around access to housing and access to justice as well. And from the work that he's done in the time that I'm here, I can see he's extremely passionate about that work. And he's the type of person that really wants to get a full sense of the issues. So he engages with the different stakeholders, because often these issues are very political. And the challenge is that between government and civil society, for example, you'd have a lot of conflict in terms of how they see these issues. But I think he's been really good in terms of bringing the parties together around an issue and trying to flag the critical response that is required, particularly for people in the communities who are often not the ones that have the voice in terms of accessing housing, for example, or justice.
Advocate Ameermia spearheads 2 portfolios, namely the right to access to housing and justice, with the chief goal of promoting the rights of the poor majority of the country.
So in the Human Rights Commission, the role of the commissioners have changed slightly from previous years. Initially, they had a more kind of oversight role. But with the changes in legislation in 2030, they've become the executive authority. So in a sense, the commissioners now drive the programs of the Human Rights Commission. And as the Secretariat, we are there to support their program areas. And the way in which they work is that each commissioner has a focus area or focus areas. And then they plan every financial year for what the focus of their work will be for that period. And we align ourselves from a research, legal services and so on point of view to make sure that we support them.
Through his legal expertise, Advocate Ameermia has made history, recovering 37 million rand to the Limpopo Education Department due to contractual fraud, one of the largest contractual fraud cases in South Africa. He has also contributed to the building of over 50,000 RDP homes in Limpopo.
Personally, I think it's a privilege and honor to serve my country in the capacity as a human rights commissioner. I think I come from a human rights activist background, and throughout my career I've been championing that. A fundamental question I asked myself in the very formative years of my life was that, what do I want to do when I finish law school? And I said, I want to become a human rights lawyer. And then when I graduated and I then thought about how best I can fit that outfit, I then decided to join the NGO first, and where I did research on various human rights issues around local government and service delivery. And that took me into this new adventure.
Aware of the many obstacles and challenges ahead, it is his vision to galvanize the Bill of Rights from a worded document to practical action for all South African citizens, a mammoth task he's more than willing to undertake.
Port Elizabeth is in the spotlight for this week's Street Style. I can't wait to see what they have in store for us.
Style for me, in my opinion, is modesty and just expressing the way you want to be today. If you feel like wearing jeans and just sneakers, that's all on you. I'm different every day, so obviously my style will change, yet I always keep it within the modesty phase.
My style is influenced by the type of person I am, because I enjoy work so much, and I think it's more to do with my ambition. So I feel that if I look good, I feel good, I work good.
What influences my style is basically my mood that I'm in. If I want to dress up, and then I'll go the extra mile and try out a new hijab style. If not, then I have a simple style. I feel comfortable in jeans, in a nice loose dress, obviously with a matching hijab, because I love my hijab and all the different styles and techniques and colors and so forth.
Today I'm wearing a loose fitted top all the way down to my knees. I'm wearing leggings as well as wedges, and one of my favorite scarves, which is a nude scarf, and some jewelry that I'm just styling it out as well.
I guess my pants is one of my favorite pants. It's comfortable and it's formal. My shirt is more to do with when I'm at work. I'm in the kitchen, so I have to roll up my sleeves and things like that. And my shoes are, I only wear shoes. I don't wear tackies at all. So basically every day.
But I love kimonos. So this is one of my favorite kimonos that I have because it's nice and long. So I love this one. And my jeans just matched with it. I love my heels, so I put my heels with it. And then just a pop color, so I decided just to like pop color and break all the black and white. So yeah, my bag, my scarf and my bag just broke the black and white.
Accessories does so much to your style, because what we do as hijabis, we like to use normal necklaces as headpieces, as I do now, and it just gives like your whole look just a different look on the whole, and that's what I like to do. I like to mix it up. If I buy a chain, I use it as a necklace as well as for a headpiece.
I deal with a lot of clients, so I have to be presentable when I speak to them, and the fact that I'm so young, it already has a negative impact because no one takes me seriously.
Basically, whatever I decide to put on, it usually ends up with a hijab, because the hijab just puts the entire outfit together. It basically pulls all the elements together. So for me, when I put an outfit on, and then it always happens to be with a matching hijab.
It is important for me to dress the way that I do. It's because it shows that I respect myself, not to show off my body for anyone besides my husband. The way I show my beauty is through my clothing and through wearing my hijab.
Not too shabby, PE. Looks like you've got it going on. Definitely some great hijabis waving the flag for your town. The right to education is a basic human right enshrined in our Constitution and Bill of Rights. We visited the SAHRC Educational Institute to find out how they're entrenching this right.
The SAHRC Educational Institute can be found 90 kilometers outside of Durban in a rural area known as Ameermia. Nestled on top of a hill and surrounded by picture-perfect scenery, the school has been around for 50 years, seeing to the needs of the community it finds itself in.
One of the basic human rights is education, and SAHRC ensures that we offer education in this deep rural setting, and at the same time ensuring that the education is of top quality. we expose ourselves to scrutiny from the department, who have their own quality assurance team. And in addition to that, there are other bodies that offer examinations and testing. For example, the Olympiads, and we take part in these Olympiads to make sure that we are on par with what's being offered out there.
The school is named after one of the 99 attributes of Allah and means the giver and source of peace. The rural settlement that surrounds the institution is characterized by great poverty and socio-economic lack. As-Salam's educational method is focused and motivated by the need to create self-sufficient, contributing South African citizens, replacing impoverished with abundance and hardship with opportunity. The institution provides compulsory education up to grade 9, as required by law in South Africa.
Yeah, we bring in our children at a very early age, some as young as 3 years old, because we believe that a lot of impact can be made in the early years. So we start below grade 00 as well. And then we take them right up to grade 9. And inshallah, next year, we will be introducing our first grade 10s. Okay, and even that too, we want to make sure that we choose the best. And we are going for a science and maths combination of subjects for the FET phase. Well, As-Salam follows the same curriculum that the department offers. In addition to that, we added Islamiyat subjects, so that we are offering religious-based education, where there's a lot of emphasis on values.
As-Salam also boasts a skills training center where short practical training courses are available for the unemployed members of the community. These courses include sewing, baking, woodwork and welding.
We introduce vocational training here and eventually formed partnership with Coastal College, which existed for the last 15 years, offering skills training and national examination courses. And through these programs, we have been able to uplift the community tremendously.
It's very important that the local community are employable. So the skills we offer are basic skills like plumbing, electricity, welding, baking, and so on.
Since 1950, the As-Salam Educational Institute has been arming both the young and the not so young with Islamic-based education and training. Some of the success of the school can be seen in their teacher training program. Many learners who've graduated from the school are now either teaching here or in the surrounding communities.
I think nobody can really appreciate what is happening at As-Salam without visiting the place. Pamphlets can be misleading and brochures can be misleading. So a visit is most important. And it's sad that many South Africans haven't seen As-Salam yet, despite the fact that Didat came here 60 years ago and the school started 40 years ago. And there are many South Africans that haven't seen As-Salam yet.
The main objective of the institution is dawah. So through these programs, we are provided with the opportunity to convey the message of Islam to others, and those who embrace Islam to strengthen the knowledge of Islam, so they could go out and convey the message to others, and at the same time play leadership roles, and at the same time, when they leave here, they go away from here with a career that they can follow.
Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon to change the world and is one of the most basic human rights. As-Salam Educational Institute gives both hope and opportunity to enable others to fulfill their potential."
Health is high on the agenda of our people, but sometimes we all need a little bit of motivation. Welcome to our brand new wellness segment. Joining me is Dr. Nihal de Vries, who will be sharing some of her knowledge over the next few months. Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Nihal, and welcome to Nur.
Wa alaikum assalam, Mariam.
It is TB week, so tell us more about TB. What is it?
TB is an infectious disease spread in the air when people with active disease actually cough, spit, or speak. It's most commonly found in the lungs, but it can actually occur anywhere in the body. It can occur in the brain, it can occur in the blood, or in the bones even.
So tell us more about the symptoms of TB.
The symptoms of TB include prolonged coughing, so coughing for more than 2 weeks, loss of weight, loss of appetite, as well as night sweats, drenching night sweats in the evening.
So what do you do when you come in close contact with someone who has TB, perhaps at home or in the workplace, if you're traveling anywhere?
The best thing to do is to contact your local clinic. All children under 5 need to be screened, and that screening process often includes a skin test, a chest X-ray, and a physical examination. Should the child be found to be healthy but still have very close contact with a TB patient, the child will be started on prophylaxis. All other contacts with symptoms need to go to the clinic for a sputum test. Once the sputum test is done, it will either show that the TB is detected or not, or that they have TB and actually the type of TB they have. Then we can also include in that screening process a chest X-ray and a physical examination.
So explain to us more about the treatment involved in treating TB.
Okay, so we have different types of TB. We have drug-sensitive TB, drug-resistant TB, and extensively resistant TB, which is your XDR TB. So when you do the sputum test, the results come out and they put you on treatment according to that test. Drug-sensitive TB is a 6-month treatment. It's a treatment with 4 drugs, and the symptoms, there's a wide range of symptoms. So they include rashes, nausea and vomiting, but they can also include very serious side effects like eye problems, liver problems, or kidney problems. The other MDR, or drug-resistant TB, is a little bit more difficult to manage. Therefore, we manage between 18 and 24 months. Also very severe side effects. Patients are often hospitalized with that type of treatment. Then when it comes to XDR TB, or extensive drug-resistant TB, we are actually trialing a lot of new drugs. So there's been a lot of movement with XDR TB and the treatment. One of the later drugs that we are using for XDR treatment is bedaquiline, and it seems to be a very promising drug.
Well, thank you for sharing that information with us. I know I will be learning a lot from you, and I know our viewers will do too. We've gradually decided to effect changes to our show, and this has been happening over the course of the past few weeks. Something old, something new, as they would say. A familiar favorite is definitely our cooking, and guess who's back? Lamise is standing by for this week's recipe.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Nur. Today we're taking our taste buds to Thailand. This is a quick and easy meal, brilliant for the working moms and dads. It's a quick fix done in less than 10 minutes, and it's also perfect for veggie nights. So tonight we're going to be making a chickpea Thai curry, and the ingredients that you need for this recipe are the following. I've got 2 tins of drained chickpea that I've rinsed. You can use the ones in the tins because then you don't have to bother cooking them. I've got 30 ml of red curry paste. I've got 10 ml of brown sugar. You could also use palm sugar. I've got about 25 ml of vegetable oil. I've got a half a lime that we're going to squeeze, a half of red pepper diced, half a yellow pepper diced, and half a green pepper diced. Then I've got 250 ml of coconut cream, about 10 ml of fish sauce. This is optional, it's just to add salt to the dish. And then I've got 250 ml of chicken stock and 1 large onion. You want your vegetables to be fairly chunky because this is a veggie dish. The chickpeas are nice and crunchy, and you don't want your onions to dissolve. My wok is nice and warm, and you can actually see the smoke rising from here. Our green peppers and our yellow peppers, and this literally just needs to go for about 2 minutes. You want to still keep the crunch on your veg. Okay, so my onions have just slightly softened, but still maintain their crunch. I'm going to add my red curry paste. Now, I've used about 30 ml. Depending on how hot you like it, use more, alternatively use less. A nice addition to this, if you really like spicy food, is some green chilies. So literally, we dunk in everything. Brown sugar and the fish sauce, which is your salt and your sweet elements, of course, are to taste. So there's no definite measurements for that. If you like it sweeter, add more sugar. If you want more salt, use more fish sauce. Squeeze of lime. And don't use lemon as a substitute because lime does have a very, very distinctive taste. Coconut cream. I'm going to put this back on the heat just so that all of the ingredients can mix well together. If you don't want the coconut cream, an option is the coconut milk. It won't be as rich though, but it is less fattening. And this goes back onto the heat for 2 minutes. Now that my curry sauce is bubbling away, all that I need to do is add my chickpeas, and it's literally as quick as that. 5 minutes and done. So while that's bubbling away, all I'm going to do now is make some fragrant rice. You could use jasmine rice as an option, and we're good to go. My 5 minutes are up, and we have a delicious, warm, comforting curry done literally in minutes. And all that's left to do is plate up and enjoy. So until next time, Assalamu alaikum.
We hope that you're enjoying the new show as well as all the changes that we're making. Your input, however, would be most valued. It's the end of another episode, but I can't wait to be back next week, same time, same place. From me, Maria Mokwanda, Salang Hantle, Assalamu alaikum.